Again, the State Department for Public Investment and Asset Management value the constructive partnership with the Kenya Institute of Supplies Management in advancing procurement reforms and professional excellence. As the PS in charge have taken note of the strategic priorities that the Institute has presented on behalf of the heads of procurements and supply chain management gathered here today, these proposals I received reflects a professional that is looking beyond operational issues and focusing on long-term institutional strength, good governance, and improved public service delivery. I just want to respond because they were given to me in advance. And I'm happy that they didn't repeat them when the CEO and the chair was talking. So first, regarding the ongoing review of KISM legal framework, including the general regulations under the Supplies Practitioners Management Act 2027, and the review of continuous professional development guidelines, I want to commend the Institute for the progress made through stakeholders consultation and technical engagement. The State Department appreciates the importance of these reforms in strengthening professional regulations and modernizing the governance framework of the procurement professions. As these instruments progress through the required government processes, my State Department remains committed to working closely with the KISM to facilitate their expeditious consideration in accordance with the law and establish regulatory procedures. Secondly, on electronic government procurement legal framework, I agree that successful digital procurement requires an equally robust legal foundation. And the State Department supports the finalization and gazettement of electronic government procurement regulation to provide certainty, consistency, and confidence in implementation of the EGP system. Equally important is ensuring that the regulations strengthen professional accountability, ethical conduct, transparency, audit trails, and compliance across all procuring entities. I have also noted the Institute proposal to integrate KISM registration and licensing requirement into electronic government procurement system. This proposal speaks directly to professional accountability and deserves careful consideration among all relevant institutions to ensure that the system is managed by duly qualified and licensed professionals. And thirdly, the Institute has proposed greater representation of the registered licensed procurement professionals on the boards of state corporation, government-owned enterprises, and other strategic public institutions. That is your ask. How many wants to sit in that board? CEO, there are very few, so I will not give them that chance. The pen of a public procurement officer holds the power to shape the destiny of a nation. Let me repeat that. The pen of a public procurement officer holds the power to shape the destiny of the nation. When I was appointed to this State Department, I received requests of procurement professionals wanting to go to this state department, this, I don't want to go to this, I don't want to go to this. The reason being, some state departments are wet, others are dry. And I keep on asking myself, there are people working there. Why are they not turning that dry land to a wet what? So your pen is very powerful. When we spend taxpayers' shillings, we are not just buying stationaries, building roads, or purchasing medical supplies. We are making a profound choice. We are deciding whether those shillings will leak out of our economy and impact exchange rates, or whether they will be multiplied to build a self-reliant nation. We are guiding how industries will sustain local jobs and livelihoods, especially for our youth, women, and persons with disability. We are determining the equitable growth and development of the nation and supporting our devolution ideals by purchasing goods, services, and works within local environment tailored to unique local priorities. Strategic buying is how we transform ordinary tax revenue into real, visible national development.
Ladies and gentlemen, when we gathered at the 4th Heads of Procurement Forum, we made a very deliberate commitment that our conversations would not end with conference resolutions, but would translate into measurable action and tangible results. We are pleased to report that we have remained faithful to that commitment, despite the uncertainties that followed the declassification and defunding of KISM. KISM has demonstrated resilience, innovation, and strategic leadership. Guided by our council and supported by you, our members, and the government, we have continued to strengthen the Institute's financial sustainability, institutional capacity, and service delivery. Over the past year, we have secured significant development financing from the World Bank to support institutional transformation. Over the next 3 years, we have expanded our membership to over 28,600. We are targeting to reach 40,000 by 2029. We have strengthened compliance and enforcement across national and county governments, and all these interventions emanated from the resolutions of the last conference. And therefore, over the next few days, this forum provides us with a unique opportunity to interrogate emerging trends, exchange practical experiences, strengthen partnerships, and develop actionable solutions that will further gravitate towards bolstering the professional supply chain in our country. And most fundamentally is to shape the future of procurement in Kenya and across our region. Our aspiration is clear, that every discussion held during this forum will produce practical solutions that improve public service, strengthen fiscal discipline, and restore public confidence in procurement systems. Above all, we want this forum to inspire every procurement and supply chain professional to become not merely custodians of public resources, but architects of national transformation. History will not remember us for the volume of procurements we managed. It will remember us for the value we created, the integrity we demonstrated, even when we are criticized fairly and unfairly, the institutions and the strong institutions we strengthened, the businesses we empowered, and the lives we transformed through the decisions we make. We move from measuring procurement by how much we spend to measuring it by the value we create. That is the challenge before us, that is our responsibility, and that is the legacy we have an opportunity